Stop recording. Button.
Alright. Oh, we're recording. Alright, yeah, so I was just gonna pop in. I know it's been a while, which, I'm not normal on this recording on YouTube and stuff. So we're all blacked out right now. We're down in the middle of the cave and, just chilling out. So, I was wanting to talk about some of the stuff I'm getting back into, collectible wise, and things like that, other stuff. So I started getting a lot more LJN 8-inch figures. I had a bunch a couple years ago, and I traded a lot of them off, um, except the ones that were like chunks. I took out of them, and like warped feet, stuff like that. Like I got a Hulk Hogan, his nose was ripped off. His freaking feet are in the shape of a V. So, uh, yeah, crazy. I guess heat gets to him, or maybe a lot of weight on his feet, on both sides. I don't know how it got like that, but anyway, so I was like, you know, hell, I like the ones that are beat up, with pieces missing, dog chewed on them. I don't know. I just think it's cool. I don't want a toy from the 80s or whatever your childhood was. That's perfect condition, man. Because that ain't what you had, unless you really didn't play with your toys very much. And, those LGNs, we slammed on freaking um, all kinds of stuff. Just beat the hell out of them because they were indestructible, basically. So I started searching for figs like that, and hell, I got like 30 of them now. So trying to get some of the more harder to get ones, which is pretty insane. Some of the like Ultimate Warrior, it's just $100 and some for a beat the crap one with a chewed hand. That's stupid, man. That makes no sense. And yeah, Amigo come back out. The 8-inch and the 14-inch Target exclusives. And when I was a kid, I never seen any of the Mego closed figures, with the clothes on. I may have seen some of the little 4-inch ones, like G.I. Joe size, the all plastic ones, but I sure don't remember. Um, Anyways, I just remember my brother telling me about it. He had Evel Knievel, which I can't remember if that was Mego or Ideal. But anyways, whatever it was Mego like. And he was telling me how cool it was with the motorcycle and the jump. He built jumps and had the thing where you could rev it up. And I just thought that was so awesome, man. Because I always loved Daredevils. Evel Knievel was just the sky's the limit. He was just the best in my eyes when I was a kid. Which I didn't really get to watch very much of his jumps. But, anyways, um, yeah, so, you know, um, hell, I was 20 years old and I was going through a flea market. There's this old man that had a bunch of really old, cool toys. So I went over to talk to him and I looked down in his case and those freaking the Dukes of Hazzard 4-inch figures. And I was like, what? When did they make those? And he's like, oh, yeah, early 80s, 70s, whatever. I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't I know about this? Because I freaking love the Dukes of Hazzard, man. I used to have little like 01 with the, the Southern flag on it, cereal bowl. So whenever you ate all your cereal, you'd see it. I used to grab it as soon as I heard the music on the TV. And I'd get my cereal and I'd go back and sit down. And it'd be the freaking end of the show. Oh, I was so pissed, man. And the same thing with Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. Always be the last part. Never be at the beginning, So I never really got to watch much of those because it always kept happening. It was so freaking frustrating. Uh, but anyways, yeah. So I got a few of those now. I think I've got Cooter. Uh, well, I think I've got like a bootleg Cooter, or maybe it's one from like Chips or something that they repainted. Because I know they did that a lot, but yeah, he's kind of weird colors. I got Enos. I got Boss Hog, of course, with no hat, but he does have his little turd cigar in his hands. And I got two bows. Um, and then I got some of the Figures Toy Company figures, the 8-inch Mego type ones. I got those like on deep clearance, so those are pretty cool. Yeah, so that's about all that's going on there. Also, a lot of people are wanting to bring some company to bring the LGN style figures back, the big 8-inch heavy freaking rubber ones. And Mattel says that they couldn't do it because of the shipping, which a lot of people are saying they need to do like HasLab's doing, kind of like Matty Collector was, but don't do that. If you're going to do it, just have it on Mattel Shop and have a pre-order, a set number to get a pre-order. But anyways, I don't think they're going to do it. But a company that may do it is Figures Toy Company, which is doing the Jack style, classic superstar style figures of like independent wrestlers and like Jim Cornette. Hell, he was NWA, WCW, WWE for a while, Ring of Honor. But he don't have a contract with WWE right now. And hell, some of the people that do have contracts, they've done some of those figures. So, but maybe they could do it, man, and make them the right size and get that flexible rubber because um, there was another company that did it for WCW, and most of those were hard as a rock. And the ones that Jax did were a little bit more smaller, and they weren't as bendy either. They were more hard, and that's not what you want. You want the ones made out of the same rubber material as the originals. Let's see what else, man. Mythic Legions 2.0 from the Four Horsemen. All the Kickstarter orders are getting ready to ship. And then I think in a couple months the pre-orders will ship. And I don't know when they're going to have the in-stock sale for those, but be looking out for those. There's like 45, 47 different figures. And this series has got the females in it as well. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, let's see, what the heck else is going on? Yeah, that's about it. That's been organizing some of my collectibles, putting some of the older stuff, like the 80s and 90s stuff that, I don't really care for. I've been putting those in some 5-gallon totes so I can, get rid of those whenever the time comes. And, I really haven't bought too much G.I. Joe stuff. The 3 3/4 is all I do on G.I. Joe. So, I did buy another hammer, because my hammer had the front axles broke. Really ain't axles, but the pegs that hold the front wheels on, both of those were broke. And a couple other problems with it. So I just basically bought a rolling chassis with, a lot of stuff there. Of course, the freaking shipper ships it in a bubble mailer. And if you know how fragile that vehicle is, you can imagine what happened to it. So, yeah, the top canopy is a little bit loose. I don't know if something cracked or hopefully it just popped out somewhere. Steering wheel survived, which I can't believe that. But what didn't survive is the bumper. It cracked, I believe, the left side off. So, I believe I still got my bumper from my original hammer. So, I should be able to put that on there if I can find it. If not, I'll just go try to glue this one back together with, I believe they call it Loctite. It's a pretty good plastic glue. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of Mattel and Jakks wrestling figs. I got what's it, 160 of them. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of mostly all the basics. The only basics I keep from Mattel is the legends or the big guys, like the big heavy set guys or big tall guys. So I just like those figures in general, the bigger figures of any company. So, with the rest, I'm just gonna get rid of. Um, there's a bunch of elites and like deluxe classics and deluxe aggressions in there. So, I'm just going to same thing. Just going to keep the classic guys and the bigger people. There's also a Jakks TNA very limited edition Jeff Hardy in there. So I got to find out what all come with him because there was some accessories, but not very much in there. And I got Demolition in there, and I got I believe it's Mattel Great Khali, which I never even knew they made a Mattel version of Great Khali. But that's it, man. Can't wait for Daredevil season 3 to come on. I believe it's October 19th. So just a few days. Also, I don't know if y'all watched or heard of the show on Netflix called The Ranch. But freaking excellent show. It's got some people from the 70s show in there. Um, and I think part 6 is coming on in December, so there's 5 parts up there. But that'll be it, and hopefully I'll come back and do some videos. Maybe I could show y'all some of my LJNs and some other stuff in the video session. Alright, later. Check out channels John Wild, Joe Biz 34, Count Stankus, if you want to check out some of the Mego channels, some of those guys are doing some pretty cool stuff with Migos and other toys. Just search that. There's not too many people reviewing those. Overlord is another good channel. If you just put in Collector's Dungeon, that podcast on YouTube, you'll see all the people in there. You'll see John, Count Stankus, and Overlord. And those are three good ones. Good reviewers there. And also check out Rob's Rogues. So he's pretty cool. Big Batman, Robin fan. Big Robin fan. But he also likes Batman too. And he's got some other related channels of some pretty cool people. Alright, later y'all.
Stop recording.